Greetings and welcome into a brand new edition of the Somerville Sports Update. My name is Matt Noonan. Great to have you with us, Somerville Sports fans. Brian Kennedy's Somerville cross-country team has now competed in 4 meets this season, including a meet earlier this week when the Highlanders hosted Swampscott at the Blessing of the Bay Boathouse. Big Blue claimed wins against both teams, but Somerville did put forth an impressive effort with Yu Ying Chen finishing first for Somerville, while Ronan Fitzgerald led the boys team with a second-place finish. Prior to the meet against Swampscott, I had a chance to catch up with seniors Yu Ying Chen and Jeff Zhao to discuss the team's first month of competition.
The cross-country team has definitely improved a lot throughout this years. But this year, these girls are actually trying really hard, trying their best to improve every single race. And I can definitely see their improvements.
Well, obviously the first meet is usually the hardest one because a lot of people are new, so they don't exactly know what they're doing yet. So it's like the first experience. But once you do your first meet, you get your first time, and then you start settling into a pace. So you know what you're gonna run, who you're gonna follow. It all just kind of goes from there. Well, practice. The coaches definitely want you to practice. They make it so it's almost like a simulation of various parts of the race. For some, we have thresholds, so we'll work out the first 2 miles. Now it helps give us the motion for what would be for the first 2 miles of the race. Also give us because cross country is not just physical, it's also mental. It's kind of builds your mental strength as well to make you tolerate it's the first 2 miles. You're at mile 1 and you're hanging in there. Or mile 2 you're really tired, but still want to push on until you finish the race.
All right, thank you Yang and Jeff. Somerville, they are back in action next Tuesday, October 3rd when they head to Danvers. It'll be their first away meet of the season. 1 day later they will head to Wrentham to compete in the MSTCA Invitational. For more on both the boys and girls cross-country teams season thus far, make sure to pick up a copy of the Somerville Journal on Thursday or Friday or whenever you have a chance. Somerville High School Football team, they are now back in action for week number 4. Last week they saw a late fourth quarter rally come up short against Gloucester as the Fishermen claimed a 28-21 victory. The loss dropped the Highlanders to 1-2 on the season, but don't expect this particular setback to derail Coach McConan Fenton's squad, which is keeping the focus on improving every day. For more on the football team's current campaign, as well as what it means to be a member of the squad's offensive line, here's Quincy Bocage, Zachary Shea, and Quincy Garcia prior to their game against Gloucester last week.
I think the third game is special for the offensive line. It's always those first couple games that's a little shaky with the offensive line, just getting warmed up, have new guys and stuff. So I think we have all our mistakes. We know what we did wrong, and we reviewed that, and we're ready to go and be fully prepared for tomorrow.
Throughout the season, we've had new people coming in playing offensive line. I mean, us three, me and Quincy have both been. We've been all playing for a while now, and it's tough for us to, for everybody to learn the plays and do everything well as a unit. So we just need to make sure that everything is crisp and cool this game, and from that point on.
Being a part of the lines, it's like a brotherhood. We all have each other's back. Say if someone messes up, there's always the other lineman to either pick it up or try to fix that mistake, stuff like that. And it's like a bond sort of. All the linemen hang out together and stuff like that. So it goes real deep, beyond just the line, stuff like that. The first 2 games, make a couple mistakes, and then you practice to fix those. So third game should be that game where everything is set in stone, stuff like that. That's you're starting to get the gears and stuff like that.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, the Highlanders, they'll look to rebound this week when they visit neighboring Medford on Friday for a 7 p.m. kickoff. 1 week later, they will head to Beverly for a postseason rematch from a year ago when they took on the Panthers. That game will take place on Saturday, October 7th at 3 p.m. Again, remember, it is a Saturday kickoff against the Panthers, 3 p.m. And sticking with football, the Highlanders, they checked in 4th this week in the latest Boston Herald D5 North Poll. Linfield, Swampscott, and Watertown were the top 3 teams in this week's poll. Also appearing in the top 5 of another poll this week is the boys soccer team. They ranked 3rd in the latest Boston Globe Top 20 boys soccer poll. Nauset and Wayland checked in 1st and 2nd on that poll. Well, that will do it for another edition of the Somerville Sports Update. For the hardworking crew behind the scenes, my name is Matt Noonan. We will see you next week, Somerville sports fans, right here at SCAT TV for your Somerville Sports Update.